So I ordered a bunch of traps and gear from Dakota line. They got snares and traps and a whole bunch of stuff. And from Field and Stream, we got a bunch of. I got some conibears, some footholds, or dog proofs, not footholds. We got one long spring foothold, the double long spring foothold, and we got over here we got some coil springs. I'm gonna open this up and show you what we got. So it came with a catalog thing. That's pretty cool. We already got one now. A bunch of newspaper. Check all that on the ground. We got this, which I think is pretty cool. It's a hammer for hammering stakes and digging tool. So we got that. And I bought a bunch of fish oil. I'm going to open that up after I go through this. More newspaper. There's this hairbrush that we got for the furs. It's bent up. That's not good, but it's just to take out any ticks or fleas or knots in the fur. I'll amend that later. And we bought a dozen of these. It comes with the wire, and they're just stakes to hold down the traps. Actually, we got 2 dozen. There's those. And this, it's a driver for those snares. So what you do is you just attach that there, set that on the ground, attach this onto your trap, take the hammer, hammer it down. And we got, I wonder what this is. It's labeled with a B. My knife. Let's use this. Just butchered a deer a day or 2 ago. Oh, I gotta open that. So this is the flesher. This is the double-sided one. It's got thing. Yeah, this is the sharp side. Like a razor blade. It's really sharp. And there's a dull side. Actually, it might be. Yeah, it's the other way around. This is the sharp side. That's the dull side. Yeah, this is way sharp. So you get started with that, and then once it's up a little, you use the dull side to pull up the fat and leftover meat that's on the fur. And I wonder what this is. Wrapped in a bunch of bubble wrap stuff. I think it might be the fox urine if it's in a glass bottle, but I'm not sure. It smells like it. There's that box here. See that? Not sure if you can see it on camera, but I'm gonna set that there. And there's another one. Bunch of more wrapping. Just chuck it all on through. And here are my 220 conibears. There's these. See if I can set this. I'm gonna have to go buy a setter. I forgot to order one. Yeah, that's not good. Alright. Just gonna put that back in. Then I'm gonna open this box and show it to you. I bought a gallon of the fish oil. So I'm gonna plan on doing a lot of coon trapping. So. Even the back of my neck got that tape. Cardboard top, one for wrapping, and here it is. It's different from what I thought it would be. I think I'll put it in one of those spray bottles and carry that around to my traps just to spray around, because this I'm not going to bring. So, thanks for watching. Alright, so I was just planning on just ending the video there, but I decided to show you how to set all the traps that we have. So we got the 220 conibear, this smaller conibear, I'm not sure what it's called, I forget. The dog proof, the single long spring foothold. It could be used for mink, muskrat, coon, and coyote or fox. Be used for all of them. The double coil spring, pretty much the same thing as the single, just 2 springs. And the coil spring, which is for coyote and them. You might want to use a little bigger one, but this one works perfectly fine too. But it could be used for coon and them too. So I'm gonna show you how to set these. So the dog proof is pretty easy. Just squeeze that, pull the dog down, and clip it in. Like that. Then to unset it, I just take something, nick that trigger right there down. So how it's used is the coons, they usually grab at what they're going to eat and other animals don't. So this is mainly for coon. You could catch possum in it, but more likely to catch a coon. And I just unset it like that. Good. Then this conibear, I ordered these on Amazon, but I ordered the rest of these on, or I got the rest of them on Field and Stream, at Field and Stream. This I got in Dakota line though. I got 2 of these, 220 conibears. I'm gonna make a box out of them, box trap, box set. So these, you squeeze there, pull that up, but I'm not gonna set this right now. But this is the trigger. It's just caught down there. And then you pull this, set that on the trigger. But you usually want it there. Right now it's caught. Actually, I will redo this. There's that. So squeeze that. Hand. Alright, I already did that, so to set it off, they just run into this trigger, which this is attached to, and it'll close on it. Used for mink and muskrat when they're going in their holes. And this is the single long spring. I'm just gonna, not sure, just squeeze that trigger down on your knee. Make sure it gets over 2 lips. Pull that trigger up. And pull the, there it is. Now to unset it, just, this moves freely without setting that off. I'm not sure on all the names for all the parts. This is my first year trapping. I just watched a bunch of YouTube on it. So, push that down, sets off. So I did the dog proof, I did both the long springs. This, I'll have to move the camera again. Move that down. This you set on your knee too. Took me a while to figure out how to do it, but it's easiest on your knee. Make sure it gets over both the lips. And hang on. Make sure that slips. Pull that down. That moves freely as well. Unset it. Same thing. There it is. Now the coil springs, I found they're easiest to just set on the ground and do them. So put a foot on each side. Get them over the lips. Oh, this one's not cut open yet. We just got these. So pull that down. These ones I like better than the double long spring. They just set way easier. Both of them take a little longer because there's that. Then the unset, this moves freely just like the other ones. Don't get your hands near those. My dad was holding it there and I told him not to because these are what sets the trap off. So the coil springs, this moves up and slams that. So only hold this little peg here, move this up, and there it is. Now the last trap I'm going to show you is this 220 conibear, but I cannot set it yet. It's a little difficult. I'm pretty sure it's called the 220 conibear because it's 220 pound spring. So what it's used for is, it's just like the smaller one, except it's got two of these and they're way stronger and it's a little bigger. So you would make a box and put coon bait in the back. They would come through here, get caught, smash their head, that kind of stuff. So this, how you would set it is setters. There's two steel like rods, and they have little grooves. You attach one end to each. You close those. This would be at the end, and then you lock them in. You do that both sides. Then they're pretty easy to just set after that. But I can't set these without a setter. They're too hard. So there's that. Hope you like this video.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.